Let's talk about the
Boys, don't forget
Scag
to enter the
30.
giveaway to win this saw. I'm going to draw a name this weekend. But what I'm here to talk about today is the new Scag 30-inch. As you know, the SFC30 had, quite a few issues with it, and that's what's to expect when something new comes to the market. But today we're going to talk about the SFCII-30, which is the second variation of the Scag 30-inch. So let's go ahead and run through some differences. That I was able to spend a little bit of time with it because I had to leave, I had to go somewhere, but we finally got it in and I got to put my hands on it a little bit, and I have to say the quality does look better considering it is Scag. Pick your brand. I don't care what brand you like, but to me, Scag seems to be a little bit more hand put together rather than being like manufactured. And some things, in some ways that's good, but some ways that's bad. So let's talk about the deck of the machines. Right out the rip, I noticed they went to a stamped deck over a fabricated deck, which is unlike Scag to do, but I'm sure that's how they shaved weight on this thing. So as you know, this thing does weigh less. I'm not sure exactly how much weight, but I want to say it's like 40 or 50 pounds less, which is quite a bit. And they did that with some of the hardware on it, the stamp deck, the wheels, different things that they were able to shave weight without losing quality. But to me, a fabricated deck is a much beefier, stronger deck than a stamped deck. It does have the same transmission in it, so it's going to go the same speed you would think, or even faster, being that it's lighter weight, but it's actually slower by half a mile an hour. So this thing will do 3.5 mile an hour over the old SFC30 that did 4 mile an hour. They also went to a different design with adjusting the height adjusters on it. They went to a lever design, which is kind of a proven good design, but to me, it has one height adjuster, what we call a comb, and when that height adjuster pops in that comb will wear out. And now that comb has to take on the weight of the whole machine in all four wheels, causing that thing to probably wear pretty quick. And I want to say all of my comments today are things that I think. It's not the right way, it's not the wrong way, it's just my way of thinking. And to me, just like that comb, I think that that thing is going to wear out fast, being that all the weight of the machine relies on that one little pin and the comb itself. But it looks like it's pretty easy to replace, which can be a good thing. Speaking of that, they did add a side access port on the side of the mower, and I'm going to put clips throughout this video to make it easier for you guys to see, or pictures. And they do have the access port on the back of the mower as well, and I think it's even bigger, but again, I didn't get to put my hands on it that much. I just wanted to make a quick video for you guys. And for the price point, it did go up in price. So MSRP on the regular 30-inch was $27.19, and the new one is obviously going to be more, but to me, I think it should be the same price, if not less. It's going to be about $3,000. That's MSRP. Prices may vary depending on where you're at. One thing I love about it, because they couldn't seem to fix this one problem, is the hour meter. The wire that connects to the hour meter was always short out of the box. You had to take the whole shroud and everything off to fix that. Instead of making it longer, they just went ahead and moved it to the actual deck of the machine, which is kind of cool to me, but that's also because they changed the handlebar design as well. So they went with a more slim design, more of a basic design, rather than having a big panel on top and cables running through it and everything. So it seems like a very simpler design now. And it looks like they added some reinforced wear plates, and I'm sure that's for dragging it up a trailer or over curbs or things like that. You're able to replace those plates rather than wear through your deck or your frame of the machine. I also like how they changed the bag design. The old one was where you had to pick up the discharge cover and all the cables were laying on it, and you had to pick that thing up and ram that bag in there. And now they went to a more simple design where it has the two pins and they're more in the middle of that bag section, to where you can easily pull the cover up now, throw your bag on there, on and off, very easy. And speaking of bagging, the mulch plug design, they did change that to be able to insert it and remove it with ease as well. And I did notice that the engine on it has the drain valve, and normally that drain valve can be a beating to replace, or it also causes leak. And now you're able to access that. They made it to where you can spin that thing on and off. That way, if you ever need to fix that valve from leaking on the Kohler engine, that it won't be a problem. So I did like that as well. They also kept the tube on there, which I recommend removing it and only using it when needed. That way it doesn't get full of dirt and everything, and then you have issues later on down the road. I also want to say one more thing about the height adjuster. They went from, if you before you were able to do 1/4 inch increments, so you can do 3.75 or 3.25, 3 1/4 or whatever. And now they only do 1/2 inch increments, and to me that's fine. I don't think that's a deal breaker because it's grass, people. So they did get rid of that. So if that's a deal breaker for you, then you're a little bit weird. Those are just some quick differences that I found in the 10 minutes I spent with the machine. I'll do a more in-depth video. I may even bring one home here to the shop here and go over all the different things. But this was just me spending 10 minutes and just go see from a visual standpoint, seeing everything that I saw different. Also, you can tell that almost every part of it is non-compatible with the older one, besides like the transmission and the engine, is from what I could see. So everything seems different. So if you have an old one, I don't think any of the parts are going to work with the new one. But again, this is in the 10 minutes I spent with the machine, so keep that in mind. So if you want to see a more in-depth video, make sure you're following. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, Apex Outdoor Power. That's all I got for you guys today. We'll catch you guys next time.